A very good morning from Zimbabwe and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, let us take a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. So we need to take a look critically on ZANU PF and who is going to emerge victorious. We are having power struggles within ZANU PF. So Gonzo Muduri speaks about understanding ZANU PF power struggles. And I hope and believe that everybody who is following us will be able to actually be with us and understand the analysis from Gonzo Muduri. So he says, in ZANU PF power squabbles, the person who emerges victorious is the one who successfully controlled the army and treasury. And these are two key things, which the military and the treasury. So the major question is, who is in charge of the military, or who is in control of the military, and who is in control of the treasury? So this is what we are dealing with right here. So President Emmerson Mnangagwa then appointed his son as Deputy Finance Minister. And this was done to make sure that his son keeps an eye on Mthuli when it comes to distribution of state funds. That was very strategic. So you'd see that he played this card very well, very close to his chest, because they played it before. That is towards the coup, and they are playing at it again. So towards the coup, Patrick Chinamasa was, who was the finance minister then, was aligned to Mnangagwa faction, and he played a very central role in funding the Lacoste faction. And this included distributing funds to finance military activities during the coup. It was too late when Mugabe dismissed him from the post and replaced him with G40 loyalist Ignatius Chombo 1 month before the coup. So while Robert Mugabe focused on denigrating Emmerson Mnangagwa, Shansana Grace Nanane, Emmerson was busy using Chinamasa to amass a lot of money, which was being used by the coup masters. And they had to realize that they made some mistakes and they had to self-correct, but it was too late. So the dynamics of 2017 are now different. We are now in a new era. This is 2024, not 2017. Several years passed by. And firstly, the senior soldiers who were at the forefront during that particular moment, they are gone. And some of them, they are neutralized. Go to VP Chiwenga, is neutralized and is no longer powerful. So Parents Shiri is no longer there, SB Moyo no longer there, Chimonyo no longer there, Nyikayaramba no longer there. A whole set of soldiers no longer in existence. They have gone. And on the other hand, Chiwenga, who was promised the presidency when Mnangagwa left power, is now a spectator in government, which means he no longer has control, but is now following whatever Mnangagwa is doing. That is the reason why you see there are calls for Mnangagwa 2030 Chipo, and nothing is happening. It's because these are people who managed to actually play their cards very well, and they're in charge and they're in control. So ZANU PF knows both Mnangagwa and they know that they are despised by Zimbabweans. They know that Zimbabweans are no longer on their side. It has been proven several times. Passion Java was also testing the waters when he called people into the National Sports Stadium, and we talked about it. It's a matter of trying to understand the mood of the people, which means what happened in 2017 will not happen again in Zimbabwe. So you see that what is happening is that in 2017, they got an endorsement from the citizens, and that helped them, that propelled them. But right now, it is no longer going to happen because people were fooled. So people were told a GNU was going to be formed, but none of that happened. Vakabva vatanga upanana zvigaro pachavo, and they actually dumped the opposition led by Mogherini. So unlike in 2017, factional wars will be resolved by the army and treasury. this time without the involvement of citizens. They know Zimbabweans have also learned from their mistakes in 2017 and will also not agree to be used again. So I can make an addition right here to say, in the absence of the military, you might see the constitution being amended and the people being used to vote. But will they vote for a yes? That is tricky. That is difficult to ascertain. The people will not vote for a yes if a referendum is to come, which is a problem, which means they will amend the constitution. They will try to amend the constitution in a way which does not guarantee a referendum to happen. And remember, they have Luke Malaba as their big boy, which means if the matter is taken to the Constitutional Court, he will simply rule in favor of his masters. So it's up to Zimbabweans to closely monitor what is happening in ZANU-PF and occupy the streets at the right time. And when the streets are occupied, to remain in the streets until the regime is dismantled. It has worked in other countries and it will certainly work in Zimbabwe. Timing is all that matters. So a lot of people in Zimbabwe believe that when it comes to the issue of Sadc summit, that is the rightful moment, that is the rightful period for people to get into the streets. Is that so? We do not know. But a lot of experts, a lot of people believe that that will be the right time to deploy people onto the streets when Sadc is actually present in Zimbabwe, such that when blood is shed, everybody will take responsibility, including Sadc. Sadc has failed to deal with the issue of Zimbabwe, and they've actually ignored the plight of the people of Zimbabwe. The major question will be, will they act when that day comes? Are they willing? Are they able to actually act when that day comes? So this is something very important. And Gonzo Mduri right here has clearly analyzed this situation and has given something very important. When Sadc meeting happens, is the correct time to occupy the streets? This is Nehemiah Madziwa. One thing citizens must know is the number of army and police personnel is just below 100K against millions of citizens. Okay. This is great Kuvraombe. So this is what is happening. I do not know what you think, how you view it, but I've given you my views and we've tackled what Gonzo Mduri is actually saying right here. So key issues: number one, the military; number two, the treasury. Where money is where greedy people are. So you see a lot of greedy people actually following money, and money has been used to influence decision in the nation of Zimbabwe. Take a look on Wanasengezo. What are they doing? Take a look on some people who purport to be within the opposition. This is it. So at this point in time, you could actually see that Mnangagwa does have an upper hand when it comes to the issue of funding. Also does have an upper hand when it comes to the issue of the security sector, because he's the incumbent and he controls. But you never know who is going to emerge victorious when the power struggles starts. So it is what it is. I do not know what you think. In the comment section, please let us have a moment and have this discussion. What do you really think? Do you think Emmerson Mnangagwa will pull this? Or do you think Christopher Mtsangwa or Chiwenga, they will survive this? Who is going to emerge victorious? We are going to watch and see.